What it do, fam?
What's up, big cat?
What's going on, man? I had to pause my camera and eat a little food right quick. Hey, before we live already?
We live. We on this joint, man.
All right, check the. Let me type something. I'm gonna type you something in the private. You see where it say private chat at?
Private
I'm gonna
chat.
send you a message. It's right over there to the left or to the right of your screen. It say private chat. It say comments and then private chat.
Oh yeah. I ain't never know that joint.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you a message right quick. What's going on, everybody, man? Y'all jump on in here, man. Let's have a good time tonight, man. We rocking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, RC Ohio? What's up, Todd, man? Hey, how does Mike sound, big gap?
It's good, bro. Sound nice and clear.
All right. Put the link up here. Anybody want to jump on? They can jump on. I see you. I see you now, Gap.
You see it in the private chat? See what I put?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, that's why I couldn't share it to my audience.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right.
See, what happens is, you're gonna get way more people when when sharing to multiple audiences.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. I just wanted to see how this thing was.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's a good little setup.
Yeah, and I see y'all been doing it, so this is definitely something.
Yeah,
What's up,
Tick? That's why I went ahead and invested.
Yes, sir.
What's
up, Tick Wellner?
Tick Wellner, what it do, bro?
And we got Ronald, my man Ronald from Baltimore RC up in here. We got Slash Raptor. What up? What up? SRE Customs in the house. Big Daddy Amzor. I think that's my man. My man from up what was that, South Dakota, North Dakota? I think that's my buddy up there.
Dang, you said South Dakota? The Hardeman.
Yeah, North Dakota, I think, yeah. And we got Cal RC 123 in the house, in the house. Give a couple more minutes, see who else we get up in here. What you eating over there, Get?
Man, some old nasty Chick-fil-A. Oh, my son want it. He don't get to pick often because his sister's always Devo, but they out of town, so.
I feel that. Big Daddy Ams will say Alberta, Canada.
Okay.
We got the Sniper HAC in here. What's up? What's up? I think a good topic for today. I'm thinking about winterization of RCs. I know up here it's starting to get cold, so I'm curious to see what people do for their RCs in the wintertime, y'all.
Yeah, that's a great topic, bro. Great topic.
Yep.
Down here we just run them.
Up here we run them too. I mean, as long as you got a big coat on, we out there. But there's a lot of people that put them joints up on the shelf when they get below 50 or something. And then it's sitting there until next season, really. Oh, okay, Sniper. Man, you gotta change that name, Black. That's so the Sniper HAC YG3475, my man Black Baltimore RC also. I didn't realize that was his alias on this jump.
Yeah, I heard his name a few times on your videos.
Oh yeah, that's my brother right there, Joe. Black. All right. Oh snap! Big Daddy Amsel said it's -7 degrees up there where he at. 4 inches of snow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's way too early for that jump.
Man, I ain't going nowhere doing nothing.
See, you ain't going nowhere. Huh?
That happens in Atlanta, man. The whole city ain't going nowhere.
y'all get this ice down there though.
Yeah, we get a little snow, and every time we get it, it mess up everything, bro. We're just not set up for snow, bro. It's just like salt trucks don't work when it's time. They brand new, but they've been sitting so long that when they do snow, they can't crank. And nobody's used to driving with that black ice man up under that snow. So
I don't think nobody is up. Even up here, can't nobody. I mean, people don't know how to stay home, but they can't drive neither in the snow or ice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got my man Kyle in the house. Vance, my man. My man Black said, "What's up to you, Big Gap?"
What it do, Black? What's going on, bro?
Guys, I put a link up in the top of the comment section. So if you guys want to get on here, we can get on here. But we about to get this jump started. I'm gonna drop another link in a second. Big Daddy Amzo said, "Where you at, Big Gap?" He's stuffing his face right now, yo.
I'm coming, bro. I'm almost done.
I'm gonna put a couple more of these links up in here because I'm curious to see what some of you guys look like, man. I mean, I see a lot of faces on here with from Facebook, but I got a lot of subscribers that are on here that I haven't seen their face. All right, guys, we're gonna talk about. Like I said, we in here now. It's about what time is it? 7:37. Like I said, we doing from 7:30 8:30. Yeah, 7:30 8:30 now. So, we want to get this started. I know a lot of people like to creep on in here when we about halfway, and want to talk. So let's see who we got here. We got my man. We got snap. We got the fastest RC man in the world right there, Joe.
I gotta see here. This is too much technology for me here, Lance.
Whatever. You're the technology man. What's up, Eric?
Not much. Just come say, hey, I know my YouTube, I think, name's different than normal. What do they call it? The Facebook. So just say, hey.
That's what's up, man. Anybody don't know this dude? Okay, you want to introduce yourself, Eric, before I introduce you?
Just a kid around the block, man, from Chicago that likes drag racing. Got some slow cars and enjoy running with all the big scale guys and learning a lot over the last 4 years of doing this. So it's been fun.
Yeah. So Eric is IMDRA. He does a lot of IMDR racing. They have a track up in Chicago. So that's his home backyard track is in Chicago, Linwood, right? Isn't that Linwood?
Yep, Linwood, yep.
So in 2025 season, Eric did very well at the Worlds. That's I went down there. That was at Crazy Tees in
Custom Tees, Virginia.
Yep, and Colonial Beach, Virginia. And you did well, very well. Congratulations, man. Like I said, so I believe you got what top of quarter outlaw, right?
Yeah, quarter outlaw, body car.
Yep.
And then
quarter scale or fifth scale body car?
Quarter scale. Yeah, I don't run that fifth scale stuff. I think it's too small of a wheelbase for me.
So you don't even run. That's right. You don't even run fifth scale body car.
Nah, yeah, I just run the quarter scale body car and then outlaw and then extreme. Well, extreme's been in the works for the last couple of years. This year's probably the big time I put it to the test. That I got all these small blocks in house. I got to get a small block to run fast, and I think I accomplished that. But I don't know. It's a 38 cc, so I don't know if that's considered small or not. But to me, it's small. It's less than 40. I figure 40 right? And above is big for me.
Yeah, less than 40. Well, like I said, congratulations. You set some records out there this year too.
Yeah, we set just one, reset the outlaw record. So not too bad. And then if the points end up right, I'm trying to calculate the points because we set the record in extreme in Linwood, and they got broken in Colonial Beach, which I knew it probably would have. So if we did the points, I know I got the championship for outlaw, championship for body car, and then I think I got the championship for extreme from IMDRA. So that'd be 3 championships in 1 year in 3 different classes. That'd be phenomenal for me. That'd be like all my little stuff on my little resume is checked off. I go back and just relax and have fun now.
That's oh, so you say you wasn't having fun? You was on the warpath for 2024.
I was a little bit trying to get my name in the books and get out there. Now I can actually sit back, relax, and enjoy. I don't need that distress of running anymore. I can enjoy. Actually, it's funny because you guys caught me. I was actually in the midst of just see how this here back camera. Here we go. Back camera. We just put we just built a new engine for the this quarter body car. It's got a new engine built and tested, and then the other ones are just sitting over here. They're relaxing. They're at spa time, I call it. So
I feel that. So do you build you build your own engines, or do you you go through a maker?
So I usually build my own. I like to check on a few different things when I build them. I haven't found a what is this thing asking me now? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I've been playing with these motors now for the last couple of years, and I mean, all good builders. I just go back to what basic physics are for these engines, with port coverings and pre-porting and all this stuff. And I use Scott Finley's. I got a Scott Finley motor. I use that as kind of the right. You always compare to the top line. So that's top line. Compare it. So I compare all the motors of that one and try to get them pretty close. So keeping all the physics the same. My extreme motor is probably the only one I tease physics a little bit because it's a piston port. And usually you don't want the intake open, to the actual carburetor. But since time's an event, I actually do crack at just a little bit, so it actually gets an extra shot of nitrous in there. We play with the timing a little bit to get a little bit more out of it, but that's about it. But yeah, I build my own only because I just like to control. I like to control a lot of different things and make sure that they're running at optimal performance. And that actually, the one I just showed you, that I actually had a little earlier today, just breaking the ring in and idling it, sounded pretty good. So, but it's just a little 32. Most of the cars are 32s, 34. Once I get 34, go bigger. Like I said, I've been playing with those for a while. I'm just gonna have to like build my own and just get it the way I want. Because like I said, between the port timings, how much squish they're using for compression ratios, all that stuff, like it's all over the place. And I like mine a little bit tighter than what I've been seeing. So,
yeah. And like I said, that's going to be another topic also too, because I want to talk about engines, and like what's people's favorite engines out there, like some of the definitions of some of the stuff like you just said, like squish band, port timing, durations. Like a lot of people don't understand that stuff. So
at all.
Well, think about it, Gab. You got timing and everything on your electric motors and stuff you all deal with. Mm-hmm. So it's similar. It's similar to be different. You know what I mean? When it comes with these other engines, you got transfer ports, you got intake ports, you got exhaust port, you got durations of how long you want them to stay open. You can manipulate that by shaving a little bit off here, a little bit off there, and or adjusting the height of the cylinder. There's so much you can do with these engines that I'm just getting familiar with it. But that guy right there, he definitely does a lot. So
I'll give you a secret: never raise the head. That kills your acceleration time. You want that head as close as possible with those ports to open and close as soon as possible. Yep. I mess with the big cars and a camshaft. It's pretty much timing is timing. So just got to play with it.
Gotcha. So like I said, today we're going to talk about winterization. So what are you doing with your cars to get ready for the winter? Because I'm pretty sure that y'all ain't racing in Chicago when it starts.
We're 34 degrees today. We had 50-mile-an-hour winds. My neighbor's fence behind me blew down with what we had today. So it's chilly, it's cold, and winterization. I'll bring all my cars. They're in my basement. I'll bring them inside because they're my girls. I love them. They got to stay warm. They got to stay in the spa, get their nails done, get all cleaned up for the wintertime. And they stay in here. Probably the biggest thing, honestly, is just drain the fuel out of them because they're in the house. Drain the fuel out, get that so it doesn't smell and stink up in the house. I mean, I love race fuel, but the smell of it gets to you. So clean that out, and then spray a little oil in them, just to keep everything lubricated so nothing rusts. I mean, even though there's oil in there, it's always good to spray some oil in there.
What kind of
Oh
oil you
man, I
spray?
just use some WD-40, man. That's people don't know, but the WD and the 40, actually the 40 is actually the recipe it took to number 40
Number
to
40
actually get the
to that.
recipe
Yep.
correct. Yeah, that they
Yep.
wanted. So, and I tell you, I use that in a lot of motors, a lot of even in big car motors to store things, oil the cylinders down so that the rings, everything don't stick and gum up or anything, especially in these motors, depending on what 2-cycle oil you're running. If you're running a 100% castor oil, that can gum things up. So you need to keep things clean, and more of a synthetic, you don't really need to worry about it. But I'm leery of synthetics because there's all kinds of different brands out synthetics, and when you start looking into the chemistry of that stuff, I just give an example like Red Line oil, good 2-cycle oil, make horsepower, but it has a bunch of detergents in it, and believe it or not, if you leave it out in the cold, you'll find rust build up in the motor when it sits out. So you definitely want to keep that stuff oiled and clean it so you don't get a rusty motor. That's the worst thing in the world.
Okay, so do you purge your carburetor or anything like that with fresh fuel or anything like that, or what about
Oh,
lipos?
just
Or do
try
you
to
run like
just
that?
try to run them out dry. Basically, to be
Okay.
honest with you, run the tank out, and then what I'll do is, they got the bulb on there. Once it runs through and runs out, then shut it down. Then I'll take the bulb, press the bulb so that it just shoots the fuel in the tank, and then take the tank, dump it, and then basically I know everything's dried out in there. Because theoretically, as a chemist and engineer,
Hmm.
oil will always stay. Oil won't evaporate. So the gas should evaporate and leave the residual oil behind. So actually, the
Hmm.
oil will coat everything and keep it all lubed for the winter time. So that's my philosophy. That's my take on it. And that's the way I've been doing it now the last 4 years, and I ain't had a problem. So
Yep. And what about do you run lipos?
yeah, I run. Oh yeah, I run lipos in all the cars. That's one thing. Lipos, the best. Even I raced because I raced electric cars for God, I've been doing this 34 years, 38 years, I think. And I ran electric probably the most out of my years. This is first big cars I own. 4 years running gas, so I run lipos, ran sub Cs, had all the batteries in the world, had the chargers, all that stuff. But lipos, definitely put them in storage. You do not want to keep lipos charged. They actually do creep up on voltage if you don't watch them, and they could start a fire. So you definitely want to take them, bring them on the charger, bring them down to storage, which is like 3.7 volts, I believe it
Yeah.
is, or so, and keep them in storage. And then when you're ready to race in the season, charge them back up, and then they'll be good to go. Luckily, with these batteries, the receiver batteries, it doesn't really matter too much on how good kind of the thing is when you actually race electric. Having good batteries, like I'll tell you, racing carpet, racing dirt oval, I would have a battery like probably run it for probably 2-3 months, and then it would cycle out, get a new battery because it would actually lose some peakiness and power out of it. You don't realize how much you're actually charging and discharging a battery. I mean, we used to discharge those batteries like 40 amps on one of the chargers just to get the power back in them when we juice them back up. And when you juice them, you want to pound them pretty hard. I mean, I've pounded
Yeah.
some batteries that they tell you, 2C charge or whatever. Yeah, we've pounded them at 10 to 12 amps, 15 amps to get some burst pressure out of them for the first lap or two, and then settle them down. So all tricks
Yeah.
of the trade, as they say.
That's what's up. So you do the storage charge on those, and you empty your tank, and spray some WD-40 up in that joint. You good to go for the winter.
That's it,
All
man.
right.
Simple. And then clean. And then if there's anything that needs to be cleaned, bearings and that, right? Take them apart, clean up the bearings. Get all that gunk off from race season. I could tell you when you start spraying all that, stickiness on the cars, it gets all over. I did just find actually in a tip I just found this weekend. I actually did some simple green, and I simple greened the cars, the bodies on the Lexan.
Mhm.
And man, it took all that gunk off the bodies. I swear to God, they looked like they just came out of a
Brand
freaking polishing booth. They all got shined up. I was
Yeah,
actually really surprised.
that tire prep, boy, that's gonna be all over the chassis, all over the cars. That's definitely one of the things for drag racing that you gotta do. Even even off road or anything like course racing, man, cars be dirty. So I definitely feel you on that. Where you go, Eric? You back on the emoji now?
Yeah, he must have hit the button and took his screen down.
Yeah.
It's at the bottom of your screen, man. You will see a camera sign. If you hit the camera sign, there you go.
Oh, there
There
you
you
go.
go.
Man, this thing, man, I tell you, this technology stuff. I'm on my phone, so this is the worst thing. Plus, I need my glasses on because this stuff is too small for these old eyes, man. The eyeballs. But I was trying to show the back here when I did it. I mean, look. I can't believe that there's no gumminess, no stickiness.
Yeah.
It took it all off the bodies. I was actually like, wow, it cleaned them up really good. So I was like, man, yeah, Simple Green,
Hey.
very helpful.
Hey Eric, since you got that on the screen, what cars do you run? What's production cars are those? Whatever.
Oh, the only cars I run are Floyd Vic chassis, so direct drive Floyd Vic. All my cars are Floyd Vic. One, I find once you get a great chassis provider, you run with them, and then parts are interchangeable. Like always, if something happens to one car and it gets knocked out or whatever, I got parts to fix another car I can keep running. So.
Okay, so you run the Floyd Vic, and I appreciate all that information for how you winterize, get that thing together. So, what about you, Gap? What do you do? What do you do for your cars, man? And like I said, them electric cars. What do y'all do for them? Hey, you silent, Big Gap.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Mostly it's the batteries, like you said. Me personally, I keep my batteries outside. I have a 10 can because I just can't afford for everything to go up. Those lipos are very, very dangerous. A lot of people play games with them and they think that it's a joke, but they're real. And when you got multiple sets of batteries, I probably got 70, 80 something batteries. You know what I'm saying? So I keep them outside. I have a little trash can, 10 can container. I have 2 of them, and I keep them out back. And they normally do. A lot of people be asking me, like, even in the winter when it's cold, even in the summer when it's hot, they normally do pretty good. And batteries actually like warm. They like it when it's warm. When you pull them out, and they charge better and everything when they're warm. So, and that's mostly it for me because I don't stop running. I run. Only time I don't run if it's wet. If it's really wet, I don't run. I'm not real big on getting the cars filthy and then having to clean out 5 or 6 cars. So me personally, I run mostly in the dry. And we run year round. So it's constant running for me. So it might get a little dirty on that last Sunday. This Sunday we go into the grass. Once I go through the grass, it's fairly clean. So then down here in the South, we get cold streaks, but it's not like up there. You know what I'm saying?
Big Gab, I got a good thing for you. Believe it or not, you can go to Army surplus store, and one of the guys was using the ammo boxes that they store ammo in. You could put your LiPo batteries in there, and you don't need to worry about them. So a tip for you. Go and get, instead of buying the bag, spending all that big money, go get an ammo box for a couple bucks and store the batteries in and not have to worry about them. So
yeah.
All right. So look, we got Marv in the house.
What's going on?
My man.
So,
what's up with you, man? What you doing over there?
Ain't nothing much. Just break down some stuff, take them outside, and season is over. Season is over now.
Season's over, you say, right? So what you doing for winterization, man? What are you doing for your cars? I know you constantly wrenching. So do you even get a chance to put them in winter mode?
Well, for one thing, pretty much once the season is over, I break down individual cars, checked everything, make sure everything is good, put them back together. And as far as battery, I have one of those LiPo bag that I put them in, take them outside.
I need to start doing that. I don't do that for
nothing stays in the house. Nothing stays in the house. And the shed is a little walk away from the house. So I leave it out there in the shed. And all those is storage mode. In the shed is warm because the shed is like winterproof, all insulated. So once you walk in there, it's warm. So it's not cold in there. But I leave it outside. Leave it in the shed, not in the house. Because a lot of stuff can happen when you're at work.
Yeah.
And
I need to start doing that. I need to get my LiPos out the house. I got a few, 6S cars, 8S cars, and I got a good amount of batteries here, surprisingly, but I need to start putting mine outside too.
Yeah.
If you think about it, if you got multiple batteries and they all together, when one go, what do you think the rest of them gonna do?
Yeah.
They gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
it's hard to contain the fire when it get too big.
Yeah, I mean, I keep a lot of mine in like Eric was talking about in ammo cans. I keep a lot of mine in the ammo cans. I got a few that are out, but most of mine are in ammo cans.
Yeah. So pretty much that's what I'm getting ready for off-road season.
Huh?
My MCD's ready now.
Okay. You gonna show it, or is it gonna be a surprise for pizza race?
Huh?
It's gonna be you gonna show it, or it's gonna be a surprise for pizza race?
You see my MCD before, my RR5?
I've seen it.
Yeah, that's it.
Everybody here ain't seen it.
I don't even know if I could how do I turn this camera? It's out of the table.
We got people in this. We got people in here from all over the world and country.
Let me see if I can turn my camera around so you can see it. I don't even know how to do this.
He knocked himself out.
KMG.
KMG.
I don't feel bad. I'm good. I'm not the only one confused with some of that stuff.
He'll come back in a minute.
KMG say mine are in the lipo bag in the steel toolbox for his lipos. You tell him about his lipo.
Yep. What else we got here? So me, hold on, here we go. We got Marv back in.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to turn my camera around.
Marv, hit the camera at the bottom, and then once you hit the camera at the bottom, it's gonna ask you front camera or rear camera.
He doing the same thing that Eric was doing.
Then you gotta hit it again. You gotta hit it again to show it. That's the key.
Okay, so back camera. There you go.
And if it's red, then you gotta hit it again to show it. And then if not, check your cover, not covering the camera too.
Nobody got to cover something.
I gotta have my cover on, so I gotta take it off. Okay.
There you go.
So, you know what?
There we go.
You know what? Hold on. Let me take it out so you can see.
Big him up, Lance. Go to solo layout.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me take this out. Hold on. Yo, this shit is heavy.
You act like you ain't never picked that joint up before or something.
Yo,
so we got 1/5 scale garage, 76 in the house. Chris, my man Chris.
Yep. So that's what it looked like.
Yeah, so that right there is the MCD RR5. What is that? The Ultimate? Yeah, with the IBS shot.
Yep.
That's an expensive MCD right there.
Yes, most definitely.
Is it 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive?
Yeah,
4-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive.
Yep.
Dean made this,
that is a I don't know. that is supposed to be a 55, but it's not. There's a 55 in there. Huh?
It's a 55. It started out as, and then it's got some
started at 55, and I think it's somewhere around a 71. But it starts on 55, but it's not a 55.
That's a Taylor in there, right?
Yep, Taylor. Yep, I have my the motor that I had in this. I have it in a body car that I'm building, quarter scale. So it's at the shop. It's at the shop now getting the exhaust built. So I have to drop the car off at the shop for them to build the exhaust. Because a front facing exhaust.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take some time. Yep. So that's what that look like. And then I have those two things up there. I just finished build both of them today.
Yeah. What is that? Okay, so hold on. Hold on now. Hold up, man. Okay. So what is that right there? What are we looking at up there?
So this is a chain drive, 5th scale.
Okay.
And that I just finished Built that today. It's a FG fifth scale 2-speed.
So that's gonna be in the fifth scale class.
Yeah.
On-road driver.
Yeah, cause my man Louis Arbella said my 4-wheel drive car is too fast, so I built a 2-wheel drive car, so that me and him could go at it.
That's
You know,
what's up.
you know, me and Arbella always going back and forth.
Yep. Always, yo.
So-
Always.
So I
Kyle-
built that. So,
No, go ahead.
So I built that. So hey, I said, yo, me and you're gonna be racing on road this next season. So you see that it's not just my 4-wheel drive car fast. 2-wheel drive can be fast too.
Yep.
But he's not.
Yep.
He having issue with his car because he stay building. He stay building stuff. So I don't know. And then
All right, so
and then
What
you
we
got
got?
the two up there. You got that
now,
right there.
Marv, are all these cars winterized, or are they just sitting there ready to be doing something?
Everything is winterized. Pretty much,
All right.
I could just store gas in the batteries and start it right up.
Okay, so when you store your gas cars, do you take
Yeah.
the gas out of the tanks?
Everything is empty.
Everything's empty.
Yep,
All right.
everything is empty. Nothing stay because these cars stay in the house.
Yep.
These cars stay in the house. Yep. So yeah. And then you got this thing that I'm trying to harness. It's been a freaking hard year for this car. Trying to harness this thing is it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's,
Is
and
that
that's
your-
what-
Is that your big block,
that's a
Marv?
big
Big
block,
block
right?
car,
Yeah.
stream car? Man.
Yep. Yep. So change up some stuff. So next year I won't be running nitrous. Take it off. Gonna be
You
all
won't be?
motor. No,
All motor?
because it's gonna be all motor. Because I don't think the extreme car class is gonna be as much. I don't think there's gonna be enough cars in there because pretty much everybody gonna be going to the all motor class. That's just what I think.
How you feel about that, Eric?
All I gotta do is take the nitrous off. I'll put my little motor in the big block class and mix it up, see what it does.
No. I mean, but how do you? What do you think about? You think that it's going to be everybody's going to try and go into all motor class as opposed to being in just the regular extreme class?
I don't know. I think it's a mix.
If they have it at
I think
IMDA, I don't know if they're going to have it at IMDA, right? Truthfully, so I don't.
You
even
see,
know
the thing is,
I think they're gonna. I think it'll be a 50-50 split. I mean, with anything, right? There's always gonna be when the class comes out. Probably everyone's gonna gravitate to it. Once it gets settled in, then things will change again, or people will move around. So I think it's gonna be a 50-50 split. Be interesting to see. I mean, for me, I want to see the all motor. I'd like to see the all motor cars run and just get an idea what they run because I got a 50. I had a 50 on the side and I played with it for a season. And I'll tell you, that motor, I could not get the crank so heavy. I couldn't get that motor to spin up and launch without putting nitrous to it. So, just that heavy crank in there, trying to spin it and spool it up to get it to launch. It's going to be interesting to see. Like I said, I'd like to see the big motor class and just see how they're going to run. It'd be cool.
the reason
I
why I
want to
said
see.
there's gonna be
I just
more
wanna-
guys. Huh?
I was saying I want to see the big motor class because I haven't seen it in a while. You know what I mean? Like when I first started, that's all we had was just
Yeah.
big motors. Everybody's out there, even with going back to Angel with his twins, out there just getting it and trying to keep them straight. And I loved that. That was awesome. And I still love the nitrous too, but
But you can't beat a
love the
twin,
car.
man. The sound of a twin is awesome. I mean, every time I hear a twin go up, I just love that sound of that thing going off. The
Yeah.
two
And his-
exhausts. I mean, you can't beat that sound. That sound is just so incredible.
Yep. And
Yep.
his car was like what, 45 pounds or something like that.
Yeah, his car is still that thing is heavy, but that thing is still spinning going on the track. Still
Yep,
spinning.
that thing was a
That thing
beast.
leave tire
Look,
marks.
look, we got Jersey Jason in the house. Jersey Jason says, "What's up?
What's
he
up,
says,
Jay?
what's up? Nice job, Crucial. Last week was a very good. He'll be watching. Jersey
Mhm.
Jason, we try to get you back in here, man. Get on back in here, though.
Yeah. He got a nice big block also.
Yeah. I don't know if he
He
still
got-
does.
Yeah, no, you still have it. You still got it. He ain't selling that.
You still got it, Jason?
Yeah, he still got it. Yeah, he still got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, I think most guys now is gonna be going towards the all motor class because not everyone is good at setting up the nitrous and also can keep up with it during an event. That's the key.
That's a big thing. It takes a lot of work. I mean, it's a
Mhm.
lot to keep the, it's almost twice the work than what you play with on the Outlaw or the body car. I mean, even I run the 3 classes, and I'll tell you what, the extreme car, it keeps you on your toes. I spend more time on that than any other car, to be honest with you. Filling
Mhm.
filling the nitrous and then making sure you purge it to get it the pressure you want. Then you got to watch it because if it's sitting out in the sun, you got to make sure the pressure don't get too high or have a problem with that bursting something. So and I for years, man, I'm not a nitrous person. So to be honest with you, I got my big car is a roots blower car.
Mhm.
I'm all for the big roots blower type cars and superchargers. So for me to go to the nitrous, it was my first attempt and pretty cool. Yep, it's juice in the bottle, makes you go fast, but man, it's
Yeah.
just there's a lot to it, and
It is.
it's nicer not having
learning
that
curve.
headache.
Yeah, it's a steep
That's-
learning curve, and I mean, no
Yeah,
joke.
that's why I said I think next season you will see more guys come out because it's going to be a class for all motor. So I'm pretty sure that class is going to be bigger than the extreme class because they don't have to deal with the nitrous,
Yeah,
and that's a big thing for
it's-
most racers. Like
I do.
it's too
You
much.
tune it, prep your tires, and go have fun. You're not sitting there messing with all the nitrous, and then making sure you
Yep.
don't have a block line. Because I'll tell you, at the Worlds, I had to take mine off, and I mean something in the fill. I had a block line for a second. I had to unclog it. So I mean,
Yeah.
all that little stuff, bunch of little problems that'll get you in the end. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Well,
So-
I'm loving it because we're gonna have a lot more people. I'm hoping a lot more people come out.
Yeah.
And they just
Yeah.
and they enjoy their cars that's been sitting
Mhm.
up, or I enjoy that. I'm definitely gonna enjoy that. I remember seeing 30 cars coming out and racing and stuff. I want to get back to that. That's what I'm trying to get back to when it comes to drag racing.
Yep. Well, I think the way it's gonna get back is just go back to the old days, all motor.
Yeah.
All
If that's
motor.
what it takes,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I wanted to at least be a class that's available.
Yep.
Kyle
Mhm.
says when he came down to Philly, there was a real eye opener to see the nitrous cars. They are incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's
I
a
never
lot.
knew y'all
man.
was
It's a
running
lot.
nitrous.
Huh?
Yeah.
I never knew y'all was running nitrous, bro. I thought those were just
Yeah.
big block gas cars, bro. I never knew they had nitrous in them.
Yeah,
Nitrous.
for on road, they've
Oh,
been
God.
tinkering for a while, and now they pretty much perfected that jump with on road
See?
cars.
There it is.
Actually, now they're starting to do it with off road now too.
Y'all a bunch of cheaters, bro.
Listen. Let me tell you, I got 3 bottles, always full, always full, always full.
Hold on, Eric. Let
Right.
me get that. Let me see. Oh, I was going
you
to
want-
blow you up. Yeah, let me see
So
the
you
nitrous.
want it back? I can put it back. I have no problem, man. It's all good. That don't matter to me. You can
Yep.
look down.
There it
in
is, right there.
Little
There it
nitrous
is.
there,
Yeah.
and up to the tube, and then up to the carburetor, and
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
See, y'all gonna make me go 18S now.
then the stuff down, there's all the stuff down inside there. Makes everything go all down in there. Oh,
Yep.
So you talking about solenoids and man, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
we got extra, and then you got extra battery because that runs off 12 volts. So I got to run a 3-cell plus a 2-cell. So the 2-cell operates all electric, receivers, servos. Then you got to have the 3-cell for everything that's the solenoid for the 12 volts. So you get
Mhm.
extra batteries, you get extra everything. So like you said, it complicates things a lot when you start playing with the nitrous stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Plus you got to make sure your pressure is right. You don't want a thing to be in the red, and you don't want it to be at the green. So it's just so much. It's just so much you got to do. It's a lot.
It is. It is. Like
Yeah.
I said, I ain't gonna lie. I got a nitrous bottle back there, I got the whole setup and everything, and I started to mess with that. I'm like, man, I don't. This is another one of them learning things. I really am not trying to go through it. I got all that stuff sitting back there. Everything sitting back there.
There you go, Mark,
that's
for
your
you.
50? There it is.
There's a big motor there for you, sitting there. Just wait. It's just sitting there hanging out.
Yeah. Well, listen, you need to put that on the car and come on for next season with it, man. Because I think the all motor class is gonna take off. It's gonna take off.
Oh, did we lose him?
Who?
Yeah.
Who we lose?
Oh,
I'm here.
You froze on me, Marv. I got you. You froze, so it must have been me. I had a freeze on you.
Oh. Yeah, I was saying
I heard
bring it on.
I heard put it in the car. That's all I heard.
Okay. Oh. No, I was saying put it in the car, man, because next season it's gonna be. I think that all motor class is gonna be much bigger. It's gonna be bigger next season, and I don't think I'm gonna be. I'm the only time I'm gonna run nitrous if something happened and they say, "Yo, we want to run a nitrous class." But other than that, I'm gonna keep it all motor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it all motor. Yeah.
And Kyle says, plus
Yeah.
the wear on the internals from leaning them out that much.
Well, that's a good quest. That's a good statement. But at the end of the day, one thing I don't do, I always give my car enough fuel because the way how this carb is poured, I can't give it. Yes, I'll be right there. I can't give it less fuel. I run my car rich because one thing, this motor is expensive. I'll be right up. Yeah, this motor is expensive. I ain't trying to blow that up. So I try to keep mine. I try to keep it right there. Try to keep it in the safe zone.
We seen them blow up on the YouTube on the Crucial RC channel. We definitely seen them blow up on here.
Yep, they're not cheap. So
no,
gotta keep them safe. Gotta keep them safe.
That's why I went with the small one, Marv. That
said,
small motor, the hand rebuild kit's only $69.99. So blow it up. Don't hurt the pocketbook at $69.99 for a whole system. It don't matter. It's all good.
Yeah.
Calvin said, "Right, Gap. He cheating." Talking about you, Eric. Ain't no cheating in extreme, yo. Anything goes, man. Anything goes.
Everything goes in extreme. Run,
everything.
Bring it. Whatever you got, bring it. Throw everything in. Throw it all in.
We got Arnold in here from KDT Racing. He's saying nitrous doesn't necessarily harm a motor if you tune it properly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about tuning it right. Make sure you got enough fuel for all that extra air molecules you send in that joint.
Yep.
And you should be good to go.
Yeah.
Well, if you take the physics of a big car, so I know you run nitrous on a big car. Biggest thing on a big car is it slams so hard. What it does is it takes the crank and shoves it to the back of the motor. I don't know if you ever know about that, but nitrous so hard it shoves it to the back of the motor. So I can only imagine these motors, what it's doing to the crank, shoving things around with all that. I know I went half a season, and before the Worlds, I put a new ring in the motor. I actually wore the ring out. The ring was actually starting to leak. So when I changed the ring, because my first run out at the Worlds, if you were behind, man, I launched a car on Thursday, and I had to pop out the exhaust. Like you thought something came out of it. I mean, it popped my ears. It hit so hard. So I was like, well, that ring was broken in after that run.
Yeah, it was definitely broken in. Definitely broken in. So Jersey Jason, you might know this, Marv. So Jersey Jason says, "What's the fastest time set in 132 all motor?" I can't even remember that far back. To tell you the truth.
Oh man, that is so long ago. It's like I forget. That was, damn.
That was back in what, 23? I think
that was 23. I think when he came up with his car, he was running all motor. He pretty much was one of the fastest guys out there with his big block.
Yeah, that's all. I think he probably had the, I would say, the record for all for all motor. His car was fast.
Yeah, his car was insanely fast. First time I see that car, I'm like, damn.
So Arnold said 183 all motor. He says we will run 1.7 all motor next season, bro. That's what Arnold's saying. Arnold's saying he calling out a 1.7 all motor.
Well, hey, listen. If there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah,
If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will,
Bro.
there's a way.
it is a lot of love with this all motor class, man. I am so glad we came up with this joint. We'll bring this back. I'm
Yep,
so glad
so,
we bring
yeah.
this back.
And like I said, hopefully that will bring out everybody back, because like 2022, 2023, the season, the field was huge. Then everything just started getting small.
Yeah, when y'all started going.
Hey, Aaron,
You
I
can
got
say what I
my
learned, though. You can say what I learned. Go ahead. I'm
all
sorry.
motor setup's ready. The what do you call it? Big gap should like that. All motor setup.
There
Oh,
you go.
that's a
What
big
you build an
pressure
electric
right
car, Eric?
I had an electric car. Yeah, I had an electric car. It's my electric car setup. I had
Yes,
for
sir.
That was what was that, a Dragster?
Yeah, Dragster. Yeah, Dragster, and was running I think 1.9s with it. With a real cheap setup too. I mean, it was a forget. You just bought the whole turnkey setup. It wasn't the Castle. It was the other brand. I forget who it was, but
Hobby Wing.
Hobbywing. Yeah, Hobbywing. That Hobbywing whole setup ran 8S and ran
There
the
you
big
go.
motor, and that was
There
it.
you go, Gap. There you go. There's your Dragster right there,
I have a question though. When y'all drag race, with those big cars on road, those funny cars, y'all run foam or y'all run rubber?
Foam, all foam.
It's all foam. It's
Yeah,
all
So
foam.
why y'all don't use the 7-scale prep? This the prep that the 7-scale guys be using.
It's different. I think I think the prep that they use compared to what we use is different, because one thing I noticed, I tried it before, but I noticed it sticks in my phone. It sticks in my phone. And try to get it out, man, I have to burn that shit off. I don't know if I'm wrong or what, but I don't know.
It's how you apply it, man. Those guys, man, they get to rolling those cars, man. A lot of times these guys be making these 1, 2, and 1, 3 passes. It'd be strictly because they know how to prep the car, man. They prep.
but also, I don't think a lot of those preps are allowed at some of these track races.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying
That
I am DRA. You can't. Yeah, there's a you can't have anything that's going to mess up the starting line.
Mess
You
with
got
starting line,
all
yeah.
the other competitors. You're racing between 10 scale, quarter scale. So we got to have a little bit neutral on everyone using a prep that's not going to affect the track. Because you get too sticky of a starting line, then you might people 10 scale cars. We've seen them where they prep them too hard. It gets stuck. They can't even move. They'll burn their clutches out. So
Yeah.
And Arnold says it's because it's oil based. That's the reasoning behind it. Like I said, Arnold's part of IMDRA, and he's saying it's because it's oil based. Also, like I said, the prep it's I don't know. Like I said, it all depends for the different scales and stuff like that. And they only allow, and they actually tell you that only certain type of prep is allowed at IMDRA races.
Yeah,
and all races they ran the same. They run all the other classes that don't use prep first, and then at the end of the day, that's when they run the prep classes. And like y'all said, the starting line be a mess.
Mhm.
It'd be a mess.
Yep. And then also, like I said, there are some people that still run rubber tires.
Yeah, I see people run rubber tires still.
Yep. What's up, Arnold?
Hey, what's going on? So I wanted to touch base on prep, right? It's a very sensitive subject, and we had issues at a couple tracks. So we don't allow the 7-scale prep because it's wax or oil based, right? And it's interfering with the competitors that go after those individuals go, because it leaves a residue. So we've had that happen at a few events, and then recently at the Worlds, we had to stop someone from using it. And it just impedes other drivers. I know the prep that we use, there was complaints filed against it, and we had to show what we're using, which doesn't impede anybody else, right? So you always have to abide. Well, with IMDR, you have to abide by what doesn't hinder someone else's ability. And the 7-scale guys are typically using liquid wax. What they're doing is, that's why you see them have heat guns. They're heating up like, stuff people use for like hair removal.
Well, not 7 scale prep. 7 scale prep you don't heat up. 7 scale prep you don't heat up. That's street eliminator prep. Is what they heat up. And they have the tire warmers and all that stuff. That heats up. The 7 scale prep, you put it down and roll your car, and that's it. That's all it takes.
That don't look like straight snot. I'll be seeing that on the videos.
So the issue with that is that, again, it's oil based, right? When you look at some of those traction compounds, they're oil based, and the only way to get them up permanently off the track is to burn it off. We've had that happen a couple times. We know what's in it already.
Yeah.
We've already had guys come out to the track and use it, and unfortunately, it impedes other drivers. So that's the problem, right? What we do allow is in IMDRA, we do allow prep, which track bite. We do allow spray adhesive as well. That's what people are typically using.
Spray adhesive, and I think that's in the rule book, right? And it says spray adhesive, and isn't there something else that says for track prep? Belt conditioner. Belt conditioner.
Yeah, so all that stuff you can use because it doesn't hinder somebody else who's going after you. Right. So that's, we want to be very clear on that because we don't want somebody coming out there and then we're going to have to say you can't use that. And then they made the trip all the way out there and they can't run what they're accustomed to running. All right. If you have any questions, just, contact somebody in our IMDR and, ask us, can I run this? And we'll let you know.
Well, what about Marv? What about like Brooklyn Large Scale on their tracks? Like, do they allow that type of stuff?
No,
that 7 scale guys run.
No, we just use.
And so the main reason is because it's hard to get it off of the track.
It's hard to get it off the track because if you notice when you look on the 7 scale track, like if you see some of those events, when you look at the track, you could see those tires, you could see all those prep going all different ways. Like it's just for you to get that off, you got to burn it off. And we don't want to deal with that. So we say, hey, if it's not like the spray adhesive or the track, the prep, PJ1 or whatever, Lane Troy 7, you can't use anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got a couple guys saying Happy Thanksgiving in here. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you.
So there is an all motor class with IMDRA for next season. So the rule book will be out, and we'll see that. So we will keep extreme, but there will be an all motor class with no limitations on CCs as well.
Sweet. Because we heard otherwise. I heard that somebody was trying to cap it at 71 or something like that.
No, no, because all motor, so there shouldn't necessarily be a cap, right? Yep. So you could run whatever you want to bring out there for the all motor class.
So what you think, Arnold? You think it's going to be flooded with all motor class and it's going to kind of kill the extreme class?
I think Kiki scared away a lot of people. That's what I think. That's just the truth. I heard electric guys want to come into the class now, and it is what it is. We already pretty much halfway done building an all motor. So is it going to flood it? No, because the extreme class is the top of the line, right? It's where you could throw everything in that class, and we want to see how fast these cars can really go. So I don't think it's going to harm anything. It's just going to open up another class where people could run in that class too. Now, if you have an extreme car, you could take off the nitrous and run it in that class as well, if you're not doing well, or if you want to just test your car. Right. So bringing your car out, let's say you're having issues tuning it. And it's an extreme car. You could run it in bracket and in all motor. Right. So it gives you the opportunity, all that, to really just spend more time and optimize the time that you're at the track. So we don't see it. It's just another class. I think that's going to create more buzz. It gives people more opportunity to, to win as well. Right. If you're entering all these different classes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but we also don't want to hold back what the potential is on these. Yeah, we want to try to run a 1.5 next season. That'll be great if we can. We want to show what the possibilities are. So extreme class, I don't want to take away anything from it, right? Nope. So we'll let that grow. And hey, you know what? I think it just challenges people. Some people want to be challenged. That's great. I know that's what we go out there. We don't really go out there to win trophies. We go out there to break records.
Yeah.
You know, I'm talking about.
Like I said, I want to make sure that nitrous class keeps going or whatever. Somebody's strapping on turbochargers, superchargers, whatever y'all got to do to keep them numbers keep coming down every season. I want to see them coming down all the time.
And down the road, you'll see a little bit more at IMDRA talking about tuning, and we'll talk about all that stuff. We'll talk about nitrous, how to simplify it. It doesn't have to be that complicated. You know, I think, like you said, you bought a nitrous kit, you didn't put it on because you're not comfortable with putting it on. But truth be told, nitrous is just a chemical supercharger. It's just a chemical turbocharger. So just as you're putting a turbocharger or a supercharger onto your car, you have to retune it, right?
Yep.
So it's pretty much.
Uh-oh. We lose them?
Pause.
Well, it's not the same. I don't think it's the same because it's a lot of prep that you got to do to get that nitrous into that bottle and get it into the car. I think it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As opposed to a turbocharger or a supercharger or something like that where you just bolt it on and you got instant power.
I lost you for a second. So
there you go.
it shouldn't be that like avoidable. You know, I think nitrous is it's a good power adder if you try it out. Go to the track, try it out, and see how you feel with it. And then you could play around with it. You know, Eric was talking about, okay, his line got clogged. There are filters out there. You know, a lot of people don't know that, but we're going to talk about that. There are nitrous filters out there to help, you know, prevent debris from getting into the line after the solenoid. So there's a lot of things that you could do just to make it comfortable.
Yeah, and this is, like I said, this was the platform we want people to talk about on.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Jersey Jason says, Arnold, is it beneficial to use 1/7 scale prep in the prep track anyway?
No, we feel on all these large scale cars. I'm only talking large scale cars. With the smaller scale cars, they use predominantly Coford. Right, we've seen that Coford doesn't impede anybody else that goes after them. So if the small scale goes and then the large scale goes, we don't see that they're harmed in any way with Coford. Right. Okay. So that's what we're seeing. We have seen again some of the other cars come in with oil-based traction compounds, and that. Like Marv was saying, you have to burn that off. That's going to harm somebody else who's going afterwards.
Gotcha.
You know, Joe built a track up in Rita's. It's a complete disaster with prep in the other 2 lanes. He has 4 lanes. And the 2 lanes where the guys are no prep is more controversial than the prep lanes.
So let me ask you this. So yo in it, what is called the NDR, y'all don't run no 7 scale preps at prep cars at all. It's not a party.
We have to see if somebody brings a prep. We want to have them try it out and see if it is going to impede somebody else. You know, if it doesn't, and they could tell us a little bit about the prep, then great. You could go ahead and run it. I'm not saying that we're going to ban every 7 scale prep, but we want to make sure it's not hurting another competitor.
Well, yeah, I got you. But the reason why I asked you that is because 7 scale drag racing is bigger than any other RC drag racing.
Yeah.
7 scale drag racing is the biggest. The prep 7 scale drag racing pots get up to $20,000.
Yeah, and you know
they got $100 buy-ins and they get up to $20,000. So it's almost like dividing. It's like dividing. Like if these guys are running a certain kind of way, then or a certain kind of thing on this track, then we don't want that. And that's kind of weird.
No, I'm not saying that we don't want that. I'm saying that we don't want the controversy to harm what we've created. Right? IMDRA has a 25-year history. We don't want to harm that for something that could be considered a fad. Right? And that's something that's very important to us. We have guys that have been racing. Look at Larry. Larry's been at this for almost 30 years. Right? We want to at least have a place where those people have been doing this for a long time, continuously could have a place to run. We're not harming them because, okay, those guys have, you know, we can make a ton of money because they have 80, 90 competitors in their field. So we want to make sure that whatever they're doing, if it conforms to not hurting somebody else's run, great. We'll invite them. We did try it before in Rockingham.
You had a couple guys come at the Worlds, right?
Yeah, we did have a few people, and it was still, sifting through that process. Was just trying to go through it to make sure they can run optimally, but everybody else in the RMDRA could run optimally too, right? So we're still trying to gel that right now. We're not closing.
That's how they do here. They normally run the cars that prep, that leave the streets on the ground. They normally run those cars last. A good rain on your concrete or asphalt or whatever the case may be, a good rain, that prep is going to be gone. It's not going to be something that's going to stay down for 17 days. So it does affect cars, especially rubber tire cars that don't use that kind of prep. It does affect those cars, but that's why they run most of those 7 scale races last when the ground, all the races are over with, and then they can prep all they want. But you will see the difference. You will definitely see the difference in those funny cars with 7 scale prep. I guarantee you, your numbers will go down.
Yeah, I'm sure. The only thing is that there's no order that we can run them because we go rounds, right? So people are going to have to go back around. Sometimes we'll run 4 rounds in one class. So we have to make sure the integrity of the track is always there.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the issue right now that we have with the smaller scales and what they're bringing out to putting on the ground.
Or, I mean, you could have a whole day of 7 scale racing and just have it like that. What about a Marv? So I don't know, I'm seeing here today, but what's going on with Brooklyn Large Scale? Are they going to allow any kind of like smaller cars to come and race up there next season?
They can come and race, but they have their car have to use the same prep. Okay, let's say if they have to prep their tire, they can use nothing but what we're using. They can't use any other stuff like the prep they use. They have to use pretty much the same thing we put on the track because we don't want stuff to be on the track that's going to impede other drivers.
Gotcha.
So we always say everybody's welcome, but the rule is you got to use what we're using on the track. You can't use anything else. Yeah. But how many guys are going to do that? I don't know.
Yeah. So I'll tell you a secret. All that track bite, if you concentrate it to a certain percentage, it will work for most cars, including the smaller scale cars. But you have to know what is the concentration you have to take it down to, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we do. We use a prep, but it's concentrated.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the small cars. They can go ahead and use that traction compound, but concentrate it to a percentage that works for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we always say they can come and run with us because we have a group of guys here in Philly. Quite a few 1/7 scale, and they say they want to come and run. So I say, hey, if you guys want to come, this is what you got to do. We're not going to use that other stuff that you guys use.
How'd they feel about that, Marv? Are they cool with that?
It's like a 50-50. It's like a 50-50. So we'll see what happens next season. But they did come on. We talked for a while, and they say, they're willing to try it. I say, hey, just come out one day, and use what we put on the track and see if it works for you. If it don't, then it's at least we try.
Yeah,
at least we try.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's good. Arnold.
Yeah.
You said you're gonna do what type of numbers in 2026?
All motor?
Yeah.
We'll do 1/7 all motor.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So we're having actually there's another motor being built right now for the all motor class. So
what kind of motor is that?
It's a modified Taylor. So I don't know if you know, but I poured all my engines. So Taylor's building it, and then he's going to ship it out, and we're going to redo it. We have numbers before that we ran a 183, 182, so we know what it takes to run a 179, 178. So we'll turn it up for next season. All motor. On the nitrous car, probably might hit high 1.5s.
Okay. All right, Eric. You ready for that? Marv, y'all ready for that?
Hey, like I said,
Yeah.
anything is possible. Once you have all those numbers right, anything is possible.
Yes, sir. So Eric, you gonna stay in extreme, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna run. I put a filter on my nitrous bottle to filter out all the stuff. I'm gonna still run it. Like I said, when I got 69.99 heads that I can blow up every day, I don't really care. It don't matter to me. You know, these guys with these big dollar motors have at it, man. You know, I'm scared. It's too rich for my blood. I'm a cheap racer, man. I'm you know.
So again, it all comes back to tuning. If I open up that 88 and I show you the piston, it's 5 years old, and it has about several nitrous hits on it, and it's brand new. There's not a blemish on it, and it's all about tuning. You know, you have to know how much fuel and read the plugs and know how much nitrous and listen to the engine. If you listen to it, it'll tell you when it wants more fuel or when it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
so
I got a question, Arnold, about the I know we have an electric extreme class.
yeah.
It seems like I've seen a couple more racers join that class. Is
Yeah.
that something that you think might gain interest, like for guys like Big Gap that like running electric?
Yeah. So there's a couple in Linwood. You know, if we have enough people that come out, of course, we could run a class. We have an electric extreme car as well. So if we could get, you know, a few people out, then yeah, they could definitely run in that class. I think we have about 5 people total out there with these electric cars.
So for the electric cars, is it more than one class or is it just one class? You have to be a stream or nothing.
No, electric cars, there's smaller cars that are electric, right? There's 10 scales that are electric as well. But for the large scales, there's only one electric class.
Now that's
Right.
dictated by like battery size and all that good stuff too, right?
Yeah, we're still modeling that because I know Kiki built the 15S and everybody kind of got upset by that.
I remember that.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, he likes to do extreme stuff, right? And I don't blame him. If he's capable of doing it, then why not?
I mean, what does the rule book say for electric extreme?
There's no cap
There's no
right
rule.
now.
There's
You
no
know,
cap on it.
it's an extreme class again, right? So the extreme class constitutes no cap.
Yeah, no cap.
Yeah, because if I were to build one, it's gonna be 12 or 16S. It's not gonna be nothing.
So this is a 15S 1,000 amp car, you know, that makes about 55 horsepower. He never got to dial it in because it was just too controversial. So it sits in the garage. You know, maybe we'll bring it out one day again and get it back up.
Who was complaining? I mean, it was like you said, it's an extreme class, right?
Oh, I'll probably not get into that, you know, but there was some controversy when we brought that car out, and it happens. Look, we're in a competitive sport. As soon as you start coming out there with a machine gun, sometimes people are going to get offended by that.
Okay, so what do most people race then for the electric class, like the extreme class? What do they primarily run in 12S or something?
12S, yeah. So that was what I saw typically in that class, 12S. But again, it's an extreme class. It's labeled extreme. So why not leave it that way? Just as we do with the extreme class, there's no cap on CC, right?
Yeah, well, they're able to run electric all motor class.
Yeah.
You're gonna have an electric extreme and electric all motor class.
Exactly. So maybe that will grow next year. I know there's a few people that have their car. Maybe they'll bring it out, and you know, that class will grow as well. You know, obviously the smaller scales, there's electric cars there, and some of those guys that are, you know, in 132 feet, they're closing in 120 miles an hour.
Yeah,
you know,
see, that's right in Colonial Beach, Virginia. That's not even that far. I mean, I don't know how far because you wanted to meet up in Virginia when we first started rapping. What is Virginia for you? What, about 4 hours, 3 hours?
No, Virginia's probably about 10 hours.
Damn,
9 hours. Remember, we were trying to meet in North Carolina. North Carolina is about 6 hours from me. So it's about 6 hours for me and about 6 hours coming down from y'all.
We'll have a track down there too.
We're building a track there. Yes, it's going to be open next season.
And it's going to be where?
Not far from Rockingham. About an hour out from Rockingham.
You guys got nothing. That 6 to 10. I do 14 hours to drive to those races.
Come from Chi-Town.
Yeah,
I mean,
I got you. It's a difference though when you ain't got to go that far. You know what I'm saying? It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Because like we don't have any big sanction races, or like we don't have a lot of tracks to, you know, like course racing tracks and all that. But I have a pretty good following to where if I put a flyer up and we out here in this field, they coming.
Mm-hmm.
If I put a flyer up and we over here in this big parking lot over here, they coming. So it's like, okay, driving 17 hours or driving 30 minutes down the street.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
I'm with you. Linwood for me is only 35 minutes. So trust me, I totally get the 35-minute drive. It's nice to go to the track and come home 35 minutes.
See, that's going to be a game changer too. Like I said, if we get you know IMBRA cracking and popping next year in Colonial Beach for us, a lot of people will be able to, you know, race a lot more between that and the Brooklyn Large Scales track in Philly. Mm-hmm. You know, we'll be able to race probably 3 times a month. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's going to be awesome with all the different, you know, things going on. Gap, James Turner asked, what part of Georgia are you in?
I'm in Ellenwood. I'm right outside of Atlanta. I'm about 10 minutes from downtown Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's see with us when the weather gets warm, we're out every Sunday. Every single Sunday we're doing something RC. Every single Sunday. It kind of slows down when the weather picks up. But you know, maybe twice, maybe 2 times a month. But when it warms up, every Sunday we're doing some kind of RC racing.
That same here. I mean, we're doing everything. I mean, either it's off-road drag racing, on-road drag racing, course racing. We're doing everything out here, for sure. But like I said, like Eric, he go to Linwood every weekend and practice all day.
He's right there.
Yeah,
he's right there. Every other weekend. We have it every other weekend, but I'm there every time. It's nice.
Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah, that's where I want us to get to, that point where I can just go to the track and spend a whole day just tuning, you know what I mean? And not just for an event where you only get, you know, an hour or 2 at the beginning and then you're in the racing.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the one advantage. I'll tell you, the big thing is you get to do a lot of testing. So you could change that one part, test it, see what it does, come back, you know, go back the other way, run it, and then compare, like, did it improve, did it not improve? So I'll tell you, a lot of that testing, being able to do that, it helps a lot. Gets your program quicker. You can get, you know, quicker on the program with everything, kind of move faster pace. So when you go to the big event, really for me, when I go, it's really about just what's the track, what's the tune going to be for that day, and how things going. So it doesn't take a lot to catch up real quick for, you know, start going fast.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
It's real easy down here to test, do a lot of testing and tuning on road drag racing as well. Because we got warehouses and places where they race everywhere, all over the metro Atlanta area. So it's easy to test and tune, well, off-road or on-road when it comes to drag racing. But as you know, if you want to turn, you got to figure it out.
Yeah. So I'm curious, Big Gap, when it comes to I know you guys race like in a bunch of loading dock areas and stuff like that. Do you guys just show up and race, or do you actually talk to the owners and rap to them and say, look, hey, you know, can we use your spot to hold events or hold practice times, or do y'all just show up?
It's some and some. It's a few of the spots where we race, we have permission to be there. But then it's some of the spots where we race where it's really no action. You know what I'm saying? There's no action. Nobody's coming in and out of there. You know what I'm saying? So the police are pulling in, as long as we ain't out there doing burnouts. You know, that's what kill a lot of the local spots now is the young boys with the track hawks and all that old crazy stuff doing burnouts in the circle. As long as you're not out there doing that, they'll pull up on you and look, make sure y'all good and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Especially once they see that it's majority 35 to 60-year-olds out there. So they'll keep going. But it's a couple of spots where we do have permission, but it's a few spots that we don't. We just pull up and go for it.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
All the off-road spots, though, we got permission. Because you got to be them a little bit more finicky than a parking lot. You know what I'm saying? So off-road spots, yeah, they know we're out there on the off-road spots.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we've been in this joint for 1 hour and 16 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
I think let's anybody got anything else to add to this joint? I think we're gonna wrap this one up. You know, get ready for this Thanksgiving festivities that we got ready, you know, to go on. Some turkey eating, some ham eating, you know, and get to it, man. So Arnold, I appreciate you coming on here. I knew he jumped off quick, so appreciate you coming on. He says happy Thanksgiving. Eric, happy Thanksgiving. Big Gap, happy Thanksgiving. Marv, same to you, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you guys, man.
Jumping on and making this live fun.
Yeah.
Like I said, every Wednesday at 7:30, we're gonna be on here. We're gonna do this. So jump on anytime, man. I appreciate all the comments, all the subscribers out here. And we had another good little live. So let's keep this going, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, we appreciate you for inviting us, man. I know I enjoy hanging out and talking RCs, man. Especially when I'm learning stuff that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and y'all feel free to come rock out with us on Sunday. We do from 9:30 to 12 a.m. So Sunday night we'll
do that, man. That's too late.
Man, we talking RC. Y'all don't do nothing hard at work, man. Stop catching hard at work.
I get up at 3 o'clock, man. I get up at 3 a.m. Gap 3 a.m. I'm getting
you get up at 3 a.m. Okay, now I understand.
I'm gonna come on there though. I'm gonna give you a good half hour, and I'm getting the hell out.
Hey, that's fine, bro. Just give me what you got, man. It's 9:30 every Sunday night, man. Gap Reviews A to Z. We go live. We laugh, bro. We laugh.
I know y'all do.
Where's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. Yep. Gap Reviews A to Z.
Yep. So everybody
on YouTube or Facebook?
It's on YouTube.
Okay, I'll come check it out. I'll check it out.
Yeah, we're gonna come on that jump.
Yeah, definitely come check it out.
All right, guys, man. Well, happy Thanksgiving, man.
All right, happy Thanksgiving.
All right, man. Same to you too, man. Peace out.
All right, guys.